Hello YouTube, I'm Natanis Likens, and today we are back in Empyrion Galactic Survival. We are in creative mode yet again. As you remember, we built this ship and displayed it in our last little video. We're not doing time lapses, we're not showing how to build or anything, we're just experimenting. And that ship is what we built last time, and it still needs a name. I'm waiting on people to give me suggestions for a name on that. Now, as you can tell, we are out here in space. We are on a massive platform that is it is a capital vessel. However, this is not what this is for. I've actually been looking at all the capital stuff and trying to figure out, how this all works, what what pieces you need, and what things can be duplicated or doubled up on, and what things cannot be. And yeah, we've just been looking at that and just looking at what we can do with this, because I have been thinking about building another ship. And with that being said, I've been thinking about building another ship, and I didn't really know what I wanted to build or what I could even possibly come up with. I've never built a ship before, is what I was thinking. And we could replicate, a ship out there, like something from Star Wars, maybe from Firefly, or Halo, or any of the other games. You know what? Those have been done. I have looked everywhere on the internet, and there's just tons of ships out there that have been made for galactic survival. So that leaves me in a pickle. I have to come up with the ship on my own. If any of you guys are new here on my channel, you may know why I You may not know why I paused. For those people that have been on my channel for a while, you're probably face palming right now. Yeah, we already have a ship. We've built a ship in Minecraft. So if you're new here, go check out my Minecraft stuff so you'll know what's going on. For those Minecrafters, yeah, I've been trying to build the Diligent. Uh, so for those that aren't familiar, the Diligent is my ship where a lot of my story elements take place in Minecraft. And we do have a new episode coming out next Monday for that. So the thought occurred to me, let's go ahead and make the Diligent. See how closely we can actually make it and replicate it in Empyrean. With that being said, there are a few issues. First off, the Diligent is actually more of a small vessel. It's going to be similar in size to this thing. And I'm trying to use controls backwards. So that would have worked if it weren't for one problem in Empyrean. That is the artificial gravity generator. Let's go over here, take a look. So the artificial gravity generator is only available for capital ships. Let's get this block out of my face. Okay, there we go. It's only available for capital ships, meaning that if we build the Diligent, it's going to have to be a capital ship. And I've already started. We aren't going to talk about the outside shape because I'm nowhere near done. But that does mean it's going to have to be fairly large. And unfortunately, that's going to be way bigger than the Diligent is supposed to be. Okay, for those that don't know, let me fill you in on what the Diligent is. The Diligent is my ship in my Minecraft series that is something that was provided to me by the Minecraft government in that series. And it was a cargo vessel. And we're talking a small cargo vessel, like something that would go from like a planet to a moon per se. So it's not meant to be very big. It's just meant to haul cargo. However, they took this ship because of a problem, an ongoing problem. They took this ship and added warp drive to it. Well, an experimental warp drive for small ships. And they turned it into kind of They turned it into something akin to a starfighter, only much bigger. So a starfighter would probably be a lot smaller than this ship over here. In fact, we do have one. We probably could pull in one, but a starfighter, in my opinion, would be small, kind of like a TIE fighter. This is more of a cargo ship, so it'd be like 2 to 3 times bigger than a starfighter. Probably about the size of what we got over here. Um, so they took this thing and they made it into a weapon for my character's mission. And with that being said, I mean it's going to be much smaller than what we have going on so far. And you'll see why some of the size issues are a big problem for me. Um, there's not much I can do about it because of the artificial gravity. The only way I can get the artificial gravity is making it a capital ship. And if anybody out there is familiar with Reforged Eden, I have not gotten it yet. I have barely played Survival. I'm going to worry about that once I'm done playing Survival on Vanilla. And then we'll go and try that. So yeah, it is going to be a little bit bigger, which presents a few problems. And also there's some problems with the block placement too. And a few missing shapes. So let's go over that a little bit here first. So one of the things I absolutely love is these corridor pieces. These are great. However, I have noticed while I've been using these that there are a few shapes missing. For instance, we don't have an outer edge wall for this type. So we got an inner edge. So this one, as you can see, it kind of curves inwards. Let's go ahead and select this. It curves, well, let's say that curves outwards, and this is just a typical wall. There is not one that curves inward. I'm kind of disappointed in that. I would love to have one that curves inward. The only thing we really have got are these pillar pieces, which then you can, I think it's this one. Yeah, then you can use this and go around a corner. I would like to have like a curvature one for that instead of just this. So that's something we can't do much with. And another problem with that is if you need to like continue off of this weird shape, yeah. So you got this weird shape here and this weird shape back here. That corresponds to any of the other ceiling pieces. So any of these will fit together with that corner piece nice and well. But if you've got that section that goes straight into a wall area, like if we went straight from there to this, there is nothing that corresponds to that kind of structure. The only way we can actually continue this is by using that. But again, you notice that we've still got this flat section there. There's no way to transition from this block to that in a straight line. There's just simply no way to do that. So that has really limited some of the design choices I have been able to make with this up here. You can kind of see it. It is a horrible shape at the moment. Don't worry, that will get fixed eventually. We're still building this thing and trying to figure out everything that we are doing. So first off, let's go up here. We have to go to the hangar door. It's the only way to get into this thing at the moment. That may change in the future, but for now, this is how you get in. I have not done a lot of decorating in here. We've only done a bare minimum just so I could show it off. The other problem that this has is lighting. You do have some nice lighting in this. However, I've got it right on me. These are pretty much flat. The only way they can be on something is if they're flat up against it, which presents a problem with these corridor walls because I can't actually physically put these on there. So any lights that I put in here, I'd either have to take out this nice corridor look or do some shenanigans with it in order to actually make it make something stand out enough that I can put a light on it. Um, I'm not too happy with that. That does mean I could do some interesting designs other than what I got here. You can see that this is pretty bare bones basic at the moment. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of options in terms of that, such as these corner walls. The only orientation we can get them in that looks good is that for the corners, and the corners are all the same. There are only two different corners that we can use. Well, we got three here, but these all have a very distinct pattern. Let's see, this one. This one has three of those pieces jetting out of the bottom and only two at the top there. And then this one has two and two. And then the other one is basically the same as that there. So they only go in one direction. Unfortunately, you cannot have any of these going sideways. So that does kind of limit our options on decorating. And in order to get something that looks cohesive, you have to put them in that orientation. The corridor walls, it is. So yeah, that's a little bit of a limitation as far as being able to place blocks. We don't have a lot of corridor variants to play with, so it looks kind of samey all the way around. And this does work off of Minecraft block types, so everything takes up a single block and you can't put anything there. So this is the cargo hold. We were able to get like 3 stories of cargo space in here. Now, unfortunately, because of the corridor walls, we can't actually put anything right up against it because you simply can't put anything there. And even on these pillars, I can't put anything right there in that block. I can only put it right here or there. And because of some of the other things I've got here, we can't put anything very close to it. So, yeah, another limitation. But, yeah, we got a cargo hold here. This is size-wise about the same. Unfortunately, there is not a hangar door that would fill up this space because my Minecraft ship, this entire thing's a hangar door. Unfortunately, there's not one that would fill up that space, and anything else that I could possibly put there would either be too wide or not tall enough. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the full height of this as a hangar door. So, yeah, that is the best I could do, and it does look pretty nice. The outside is leave something to be desired, and we're gonna have to land here. Okay, that way we're not like going sideways and everything and making people sick. Same here. I can't put the railings here, so we do have a space where you can fall off, unfortunately. The staircases are a little bit bigger than my Minecraft ship. So, yeah, I do believe that this is only 3 steps on my Minecraft ship, and here it's a lot more. I don't really know why, because as far as block size, I went one for one. So for every 1 block in this, my Minecraft ship is exactly 1 block as well. So you come in here, and you've probably seen this corridor quite a bit on my Minecraft stuff. And we kind of use this space to do a similar thing, whereas the Minecraft ship, it does look like there is some computer components or electrical components or something on the sides there. This is actually where I decided to put my CPUs. Let's go in here first, because this is all the electronics that I can put in at the moment, or have put in more correctly. We put a ventilator there. Unfortunately, that's the only one that really made sense to me and took up the spot, so we just put a normal ventilator there. So you got the core right there. You've got the tier 2 CPU here. These are the tier 4s. The 2 tier 3s are here. 2 of the tier 4s are here. The other 2 are on the other side. You can see them right there. And then over in this room over here, we've got kind of a similar thing going on. Okay, that's where it should have been. So yeah, we got the ventilator there, and then we've got two ducts right there. I thought the ducts would look really nice there and take up the spot where the core is on that side. And then over here we have our gravity generator. I don't know if the gravity is centered on the generator or centered on the ship. So yeah, we just stuck it right there. Unfortunately, it is a 2x2, which kind of sucks because this entire ship is an odd number, and this is an even number, so I couldn't center it somewhere. I had to put it off to the side. And being that we got the CPUs in there, I figured that spot is probably the best spot that I could put it in. And if we go down here, we'll go upstairs after this. We're missing a block there, that's fine. This room is where the matrix is kept. I have not done any decorations here whatsoever just yet. I'm just showing off what I have so far. And in here we have our oxygen, and here is an O2 station right here. I may have to put a few more of these around. I do believe that this is also backwards. I don't actually know what way that is supposed to be facing. But yeah, there's our oxygen tanks right there. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly is going on with those because it's saying that they are not airtight. I'm not sure why. When the generators, it says that the generators are airtight, but the fuel tanks, which are back there, are not airtight. So yeah, I'm very confused on that. Oh, and it does say that the warp core is airtight too. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, so that's the oxygen. As I said, we got the T2 generators on either side here. As of right now, they are producing way more energy than I actually need in this ship. We go over statistics. Yeah, so current output is 414 kPu power units, I assume. We're only using like 2.0 at the moment. So yeah, this is, as of right now, without the ship being completely finished, that is more than enough power. Then we got a whole bunch of fuel tanks back here that are mirrored on both sides. And then over here, we did a little bit of an interesting thing. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my hotbar real quick. So we got our container extensions here connected to an ammo controller on both sides. And then we did a little bit of interesting duct work into our pulse lasers. I did that simply because that makes it seem like it's actually passing energy from this array right here into the pulse lasers. Now, we do have a total of 9 in each section, and those familiar with my Minecraft series, there's only 1 on each side. Yeah, block size difference. Like, unfortunately, we had a lot more space here for some reason, and on the Minecraft one, it's actually like, I say it's 1, but effectively what I did in the Minecraft one, just grab this real quick, is we have a section that is like this all the way across. It's like 2 portions. It is supposed to be 1 weapon though, so yeah, we ended up doing that simply because this is the biggest weapon available to put on it to kind of represent that. And we went with 9 and 9 just because I could. Otherwise, it would just look odd with only 1 little bitty gun sticking out of there. Yeah, again, this is the biggest weapon you can use for your capital ship. There is nothing that looks bigger than this one. I've looked and I've looked and I've looked, and there's just nothing comparable in terms of size. And unfortunately, with the Minecraft thing, these are supposed to be 2 different styles of weapons from what is on the wings. So unfortunately, in this, they're all going to be the same weapon. But then again, this is going to be loosely based off of that same ship. So yeah, that is effectively what I'm calling engineering for now. Because it does have the oxygen, the warp drive, and the the generators in here. So that is all I've done for this room as of right now. I don't know how I'm going to decorate it because the corridor walls present an interesting problem in terms of rooms like this. Like, I just simply can't put anything right up against them. So there is going to be like a gap if I change this wall out for the corridors. So yeah, I'll worry about that at some time later. I just need to get the shape down, figure out where everything is going to go. Oh, there is something we need to talk about in here. This is where our directional thrusters are. So I believe these four are for left and right, or reverse. I don't. Well, either way, four of these are for left and right, and then four of these are for reverse. So we got 4 and 4. There should be 4 of these for turning left, 4 of them for turning right, and then 4 of them for backing up. And then on the sides here, we've got our vertical or our horizontals. So 4 of these, so 2 here, 2 on that wall, should make us go up, and then the other 2 should make us go down. That is all we've got for the thrusters just yet. I haven't put the actual vehicle thrusters on because there's only supposed to be 2 of those. I want to see how fast it is once I get to doing that portion. But first off, we got to finish the outside of the ship. As of right now, we've just got a box. We don't have any of the other structure. We don't have the wings or anything. Let's go up top here before we go into the ridiculous looking cockpit. That's a whole nother animal. So in my Minecraft world, this is supposed to be the quarters for the ship. And this, it's a little bit bigger. It's at the same scale, this area is a lot bigger. So I went ahead and made crew quarters along here. They do vary a little bit in size. Like, I do believe that one down there is very tiny compared to the other 5. That one might also be a little bit small because we did run into the outer wall there. And then over here, I'm planning on putting the medical bay. So we're going to have the medical equipment all in here at some point. And yeah, that's going to be that. I do need to come up with an idea for where exactly the mess hall is going to be. Like, where do they go to get food? I'm not really sure. I'm debating putting it right in here somewhere, or potentially right in the middle over here. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's going to go somewhere, either up there or down here. I'm not really sure which. So let's go ahead and go up to the cockpit because this is where the scale of this thing really starts to cause problems in terms of translating my Minecraft build over to this and being forced to make it a capital ship in order to have artificial gravity. Yeah, so let's just go in here. Yep. Yep. This is a little big. Yeah, this is 1-for-1 in terms of scale to an extent. Because of the issues with these corridor walls, we had to make a few changes and do a few things that I would not have liked to have done, like including this. Unfortunately, there's not a corner piece that would just end right there. We had to do it that way, and there's not a half slab in terms of the corridor walls, or more correctly, that'd actually be like a fourth of a piece. So we had to do this kind of weird shape going on. I'm not happy with it, but I mean, we're very limited on what we can do in terms of decorations for this area. And because of some of the shapes, I had to extend this a lot further than I meant to. So the glass should be all the way back here. Now, unfortunately, because of trying to close this off and make sure all the pieces connect properly, we actually had to end up going out this far in order to do that properly. And then even up here, it's still not exactly correct. Um, so yeah, we'll figure out something with that. And judging by that, I have definitely missed some glass somewhere. Possibly there. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so these are our two cockpits, and you can see that these are absolutely tiny compared to the space that we have available for the cockpit. Um, yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that. Yeah, it is. It's a bit ridiculous. And from what little bit I've played of survival, I can tell you that having this entire thing glass is probably a bad thing. Um, I did notice that even small vehicles can blow up the cockpit fairly easily. So having this much glass for the cockpit is absolutely insane. This thing, like one direct hit to the cockpit with a very powerful weapon, and this whole cabin's just going to explode. Um, yeah, I'll keep looking into it and figure out what I need to do to make sure that that doesn't happen, and work on the shape a little bit more because right now I am not happy with this. This is ridiculous looking, and it took a while to even get the shapes in here. Um, I kept running into needing a specific shape to go in a specific direction, so we had to use quite a few bits and bobs and connections in order to close this off completely. Um, and it does look like I am missing a piece of glass right here. Nope, we've got the wrong style right there. I did notice at one point while I was building this that I had used the wrong glass. This is armored glass, and at one point I was using normal. And I keep saying glass, windows. But yeah, we've still got a little bit of work to do in here. I did notice that when we came through the door, it had the force shield. So this room is not airtight. Um, we're definitely missing something somewhere, and I'm not really sure what that is or how to reinforce all of this so that we don't have issues. Another thing I did notice when I was going through. Okay, yeah, so we got these shapes here, um, and a few of these here, but in terms of like fitting something into here, we don't really have any options for that. So I guess I could do something like this all the way across. And then here would be an issue. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to like play around because I can't do anything about this corner here. Well, I could use this potentially. Yeah, we'll have to play around with it a little bit and figure out how I'm going to actually like make this all look good. Because as of right now, it's a giant glass, or it's a giant. It's not even. I, I wouldn't even call it a glass bubble, because a glass bubble would be hard to break. This is just a giant bubble, like one little poke and then boom, it's gone. Um, so yeah, we do need to work on that a little bit. So hopefully I will get back to you guys with another video on this at some point. This is creative mode. I would like to get the outside done. As you can see, we got just straight up blocks right there, and yeah, I'm not too sure what to do about that and how to orientate it. I'll come up with something because we do have a very, very large area to cover. Uh, it's not a huge problem. I have seen quite a bit of creative people when they're remaking other ships. Let's go ahead and get out of jetpack mode. So yeah, we'll figure out something, and I still don't know what to do about that corner up there. That bugs me. Like, there's no way to actually connect that straight down. Unfortunately, like, even looking in here, there's nothing I can really potentially use to plug up that awkward gap there. But yeah, so that's what I got so far as this whole thing is concerned. Um, I will get back to you guys at some point, and hopefully we've got the build mostly done by then. I'm not sure if I should put that there or not. Yeah, we're not going to bother. I do like this kind of open look. And we could potentially put another one of these here. I'm trying to think, which one was this? Oh, that's way bigger. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. So we got kind of a double door system there. Yeah, I could potentially do that on a few more and get some of these walls a little more flush than they already are. But yeah, that is what I've got so far with this ship. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're curious about my Minecraft ship that this is based on, go ahead and go watch my Minecraft series over there, and I'd much appreciate it. If you think this video deserves a like or not, please leave a like. I would much appreciate it. And if you'd like to see more of my creative side and see what else I can come up with, please think about subscribing. I definitely really, really need subscribers. So, yeah, that would be much appreciated. And I'm going to get back to this, and I will see you guys in the next video that I put out. Maybe it'll be this one showing off the finished product. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Until then, guys, take care.